Hello everyone and welcome over to the Formula One World Championship of 2000. In fact, it is actually known as the OLTFOC, which stands for the Offline Lights to Flag Offline Championship. Official, I mean. The official Lights to Flag Offline Championship. So we will start our first ever race here. So now let's hope that let's hope we do a good race at least. I'm gonna try and record and see how well we go from there. So now let's make a move from there with the qualifying session. Let's see how qualifying will work from there. So now let's start off the session. It is sunny out there. In fact, it's quite usual to be sunny at this time. So now let's see. Here are all the drivers and teams as well. So some of the spots are still available, especially the real life drivers are still racing at the moment. So let's see. Right now let's go from there. Yeah. You know what? When I do qualifying, I'm gonna just skip the whole thing. Or in fact, you know what? Let's do it one by one. Perhaps once every 2 minutes. Let's see how it works from there. So here we go. So it's going to be interesting. So Mazzacani in P20 has left the pit garage and has gone onto the circuit. Same goes for Blake Morrow. In fact, Mazzacani is just a place over driver in case anyone wants to take it. And here are your lap times. Blake Morrow sets a lap time. Mazzacani, of course, sets a lap time as well. And Pacific now up on the top, but we've got plenty of drivers to go, so then Harrison Best up on the top as the weather changes. And we have the Ferrari of Luan now up on the top. We haven't seen anything, any show going from the McLarens. You won't be surprised. And there we go. A McLaren has come up on top. Flanders Wilson, and then Harrison Best back on the top, and then Jake Bakerson, I think, now on the top in the McLaren. And seems as though that changeable conditions are ongoing. Now we're back to being sunny. And so far, Bakerson currently on top at the moment. Tillersley in second in the Ferrari, and Luan in third place in the Ferrari. And we have Harrison Best and the Jordan in fourth. So it seems as though that Jordan might be an interesting contender alongside the McLaren and the Ferrari. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Ferrari and McLaren have a really strong show so far. They had a really strong show. so far as I can remember from the pre-season testing that's been done. McLaren and Ferrari are the strong ones at the moment, but Jordan might be an interesting one as well. Who knows? So now let's see who will be on pole. And pole position will go to John Bakerson. Sorry, not Jake Bakerson. John Bakerson. So there you go. So there you go. So seems as though that everything's going well. So let's get out of here and move on to the race. Yeah, just make sure I show this to everyone. So, and don't know who's got. Yeah, we got the best time of the session. So I thought I was gonna say fastest lap, but that probably doesn't work in qualifying. So now let's get to the race. And there we go. It is time to get started. Well, I want to stay as long as I can so that I don't like mess up or anything. So I don't want to end up retiring before the race even ended. So I'll try and stick as much as I can possibly can. So we'll go and do the formation lap, and then so Bakerson on pole, Tilsley in second, Tander in third, and in the Jordan, quite surprisingly. Luan in fourth in the Ferrari, Wilson in the McLaren, and fifth best in the Jordan. So Cantalupe in the Williams in seventh, Pasalic in the BAR in eighth, Blackwood in the Williams in ninth, and Fisichella in the Benetton in 10th. And going through all the other drivers. So there you are. That is your order for today's race. And let's begin. And we have our first lap collision, and unfortunately Theo Forstner, who was in P6, has, well, basically there was a collision going along and he tried to avoid it but could not, and unfortunately he's out of the race. And yeah, Henry G. Brown bumped wheels with Alex Versa. Basically they touched, and I think Henry G. Brown got hit by Theo Forstner or something, and perhaps Theo Forstner got his car out of control and hit the wall somewhere. So that's probably why he's out of the race. So that's probably why. So one car already out, and so let's move on from there. So Tilsley on a flying lap right now. Bakerson still leads right now. And Flanders Wilson overtakes Pasalic in 5th. Tilsley's literally flying right now. I think he might be able to catch Bakerson. And no change as of yet, still at this lap. And Nick Tander on a fast lap right now. And Tilsley and he is closing the gap on Bakerson. It looks like Bakerson is responding. He decided to put more pressure on himself, and now he's got faster lap time as well. Tilsley's not giving up. Look at that. He's back to under a second behind the leader. I think Ferrari's the one with some sort of luck, but McLaren, that's a bit questionable. Who knows? I don't know how the teams will perform. It's just my imagination, just my thought. But McLaren and Ferrari are almost identical in terms of pace, but I guess, I don't know, I think Ferrari are starting to get a bit better, especially with what happened back in last year in 1999. And Bakerson is still in the lead at the moment, and we've got a pit stop. Ooh, a pit stop for Pedro de la Rosa in the Arrows. I think his wheel came off at the last corner and have to pit for repairs, so he will come in for a pit stop. Look at Bakerson and Tilsley switching fastest lap times with each other. But so far, there's not been many overtakes. There's not been a single overtake in the past few laps. Maybe just early stages. And we take a look at the fastest lap time. Currently, it's Tilsley. And Bakerson the only driver to lead so far. Tilsley getting closer and closer. And closer goes Tilsley. And, well, I don't know if Tilsley will fight back. And Nick Tander looks like he's the one with the fastest lap time. And he breaks the 1 minute 30 barrier. Bakerson's literally taking off. It's just so weird. We thought Tilsley getting close and now Bakerson's getting away. And we have an overtaking opportunity. Mazzacani overtakes Ryan Adam. And Fisico has made an error in the clock chicane. No changes of yet. And we have pit stops coming in. Tilsley and Nick Tander make a pit stop. and going for a round of pit stops. Bakerson back up front. Nick Heifel has run really wide. And Harrison Best is concerned about his rear wing. His rear wing might have some sort of issue. Some slight damage, I think. But, well, no damage, but something structurally might happen. Something to pay attention out of it. So, Harrison Best is still looking good. The Wirtz have an electronics problem and have to come in for a pit stop. I think to change his tire. I think his steering wheel. And the Rosa overtakes Ryan Adam for 17th place. And Kovalainen, he has run really wide, but somehow he's okay and he's not letting himself slow down. Another pit stop for the De La Rosa. I think he got stuck there or something, because we're still on lap 38. So, oh, he's in the pit stop. So that's quite weird. He overtook Ryan Adam and then decided to pit again. That's a bit unusual. And another round of pit stops coming in. I think at the time we had more than one pit stop. So things are about to get pretty interesting right now. I think some drivers even go for 3 pit stops. So I guess, yeah, this was usual back in the time. I know I'm more used to seeing at least 1 pit stop mandatory, which does make a bit of sense. But I guess back then it makes a bit of sense from there. So it's certainly shaking up. Oh, Verstappen is out. What happened to him? Did I miss it? He's out of the marbles at turn 3 and he's out of the race. He must have gone wide, hit the wall, and then he retired. Some overtaking opportunities, but of course we are still in another round of pit stops. And Luan passes Nick Tander for third place. We are coming to the end of the race, but we'll see if there's any changes going on within the next few laps. The last few laps of the race. It's certainly about to get pretty interesting. We're coming up to lap 54. Tilsley's getting faster, but will it be enough time? Mika Salo puts the wheel offline in the final chicane, but seems to be unaffected. But a faster lap time going to Tilsley. Will it be enough? I don't think he'll be enough to fight her back and overtake Bakerson. This is it. Bakerson to the final corner. He will take the victory here at Australia. Followed by Tilsley in second, Luan in third, Nick Tander in the Jordan in fourth, Philando Wilson in the McLaren in fifth, and Pasilic in sixth in the BAR, and that rounds up all the point scorers for today's race. And we take a look at the fastest lap time, and it will go to Tilsley. Look at all the pit stops we've had. And only drivers that have retired from the race. And those lap leaders. Bakerson led for the majority of the race. Let's take a look at Bakerson. Interesting. So there you go. Those are all. This is the result then. So let's get out of here. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Let's do that. So there you go. And all this data. And take a look at the latest news. And here you are. And this is how the driver standings will be after this race, obviously. And how the team standings will go. Here you go. The Constructors' Championship. McLaren leads after Ferrari and Jordan and BAR. Yeah, McLaren leads, then we've got Ferrari, then we've got Jordan, BAR. So the only team to have scored points, the rest will score no points. They have yet to score points. Alright, so there you go. So I guess that's it. We'll bring it to an end. So bit quick, but who knows. So yeah, good race. Let's hope we can carry on from there. So thank you everyone for watching the Formula 1 Grand Prix of 2000 here in Australia. We'll move on to Brazil. Don't know when, but I'll let you all know for those who are in the Discord server. So thank you everyone, and take care.